So, Wendy, I think you have a story to share with us.
I do. Um, I decided to tell the turkey story after all. Um, and I am thinking about the turkey story in a very different tone um, because of the testimony that we've heard here today. Um, I so resonate with all the stories that were shared. And Janaki, um, yeah, yeah. Um, so I wanted to share the turkey story. I felt called to share it as a kind of message, which, when you hear the story, maybe it's strange that I'm feeling the turkey story as a kind of message. Um, but that's the way it feels to me. So last year, I was retained by Friends Meeting of Cambridge to be in residence for a week. And they paid me very well. They got a grant to bring me there, and so I was very excited about being invited to live in the meeting house and be compensated fairly, um, which is a rarity. Um, and they were kind to me in all kinds of ways. One of the ways in which this experience was incredibly kind is that I had a lot of downtime between appointments that they were paying me for. Um, I got to spend time walking in the springtime rain. I went to a lovely thrift store. I ate dumplings twice during that week. There's this great dumpling place down the street. There's a historic house across the street. um, I loved everything about this visit. It felt like a vacation, and it felt like meaningful time with friends. But one thing that I was not aware of was the turkeys. So I don't know if you know this, but now I know this. Boston has a turkey problem, and they will kick your butt. So what happened was, the Boston area, known for having turkeys. There's Thanksgiving and everything. It's Massachusetts. Um, they found themselves without any turkeys back in the 60s, and they thought, let's just import some turkeys from Canada and put them in the woods, and we'll have turkeys again for the tourists. But these Canadian turkeys were not like turkeys they had met before, or they had forgotten what turkeys are actually like. They're vicious, vicious creatures. I have no love for turkeys anymore. um, so these turkeys that had been imported from Canada discovered that they liked the suburbs. And so Cambridge is filled with these turkeys that were meant for the woods and decided that their lives should be something better. So they prey on trash and small children and elderly people today. And they just sort of they hold up traffic. And turkeys are huge. I had no idea how big a turkey is. A full-grown male turkey is like half my size, and I am not a small person. So I was taking one of my leisurely strolls. It was raining the whole week I was there. It was about this time last year. And they had several umbrellas that friends had left. And one was this enormous umbrella. And I, picked up that big umbrella on my way out to protect myself from the rain, and headed off to see a graveyard that was about a mile's walk, where many famous authors, New England authors, are buried. Very excited about this walk. I took a lot of selfies, of me in various mud puddles to send home to my children. I'm having a great day. And then I encounter three of these turkeys. Now, I had not been forewarned. I was just like, that's curious. There are turkeys on the sidewalk. Isn't that adorable? So I walked up to them and started making little cooing noises. And I took out my phone to take a picture of the curious turkeys. And there was a plumber in a truck next to me, and he said, "Run, lady, run." And I laughed because I am unwise. This is how I get into situations like this. And he was like, "No, lady, run." And then and they got really close to me. Um, and I still just didn't understand. And they were going like, "Wook, wook, wook, wook," and just coming up to me. It was like, Jurassic Park when the cute little dinosaurs eat you. Like it was like that, but I didn't realize it yet. So the biggest one, the big male turkey, got like right up next to me. And I was so excited because I was going to get a great photograph of this. And then he just became enormous, like completely puffed up, and the look on his face changed. And I was like, ah! So like and the man in the truck was like, "Swing your umbrella at them." And I had a conscious thought, like whatever part of me was not in fight or flight at that moment was like, "No, Wendy, no, do not beat the turkey to death. You are here to talk about trauma with Quakers. No, 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 no." So I just like took off running with my umbrella. And like that turkey was so fast and he had so much stamina, and he was kind of like flying at me, and like I ran like 2 city blocks, and then I finally got to this one block that has like an enormous crosswalk, and this turkey knew that he might get hit by a car somehow, or he just decided I was no longer a threat because he just stopped on the edge of the crosswalk. And I ran like another city block and turned around. And I swear to you, it looked like that turkey was standing there akimbo with this look on his face, like, "And don't come back." But I remember thinking, like, I am going to have to beat this turkey to death. I am going to be on the news. I am the Quaker public minister who massacred a turkey on the side of the road. What is this? So then I asked another public minister from the area, Kathleen Wooten, about my experience. And she was like, "Oh, yeah, those turkeys are bad news. Stay away from the turkeys." Um, but, this evening, listening to all these stories I feel like we've heard are about our coming home, like our coming home through, trials and tribulation, through work to not, turn around and take our aggressions out on people who hurt us sometimes, to stay wise in all kinds of situations, to keep our eyes on the path that we have had set out for us by the spirit that guides us in our work. And it just occurs to me that that turkey was walking me home in its own way, and that is what we are doing for each other. I see public ministers increasingly walking through the world arm in arm, in solidarity with each other, promoting each other, protecting each other. And I just want to say, welcome home.